This is, I think it's the first time we've played 2 RPG Nerdo ships in a day in a while. I think. So thank you, RPG, for on short notice sending another ship, and wow. That's a cool looking ship. This is called the Protector Cruiser from RPG Nerdos. That really looks like something. I don't know what it is, but I mean, it looks like a Crescent Moon in ship form. Really cool looking. AI Battlecruiser. You are the ship's mighty AI. Okay. 2 ships in a row with some AI theme going on here. Armed and outfitted for the journey, you must protect your ship's fearful crew from danger and cooperate in order to score a victory over your common foe. AI command. You cannot control your crew. Oh god. Use the rally beacon to temporarily command them. Rally beacon? How does that work? So drone optimizer. My drones move faster. And they repair faster. And battle drones deal more damage. And I can control my drones, but I can't control my humans. Okay, that's kind of a funny turnabout's fair play. Looks like a Cylon Raider. Is that a Cylon? Is that Battlestar Galactica? Is that what that is? We have a B missile. Coats a room in dense layer of wax, releases 4 aggressive bees. 2 power, 2 damage, and spawns crew. Lance beam. This is basically a pike beam. So this is like what the Galvar was last time to halberd. This is to pike, I think. Add stun, longer length, faster charge time. And we have 2 more of those heavy-duty drones we had last time, which are pretty good. And then we have 2 anti-personnel drones. So we have 3 slugs that I can't control, although there's some beacon I activate. I don't know how to do that. Alright, the Caretaker. Do we have Gibbs spoiler about it? Invisibility Gibbs, the best type of Gibbs. We'll take the Abyssal Lantern here. You've done a ship called Unruly Cruiser, had this idea as well. You decided to see if you can prove on a little bit. The red computer is the rally beacon. You can hover your mouse over it. Rally beacon. Press P to assume brief control over crew. Yeah, I can't even click them right now, so if I hit P, now I can. Okay. Alright, well, they are on the systems I want them to be on, so I guess that's fine. What the hell? We have 2 artilleries on this ship. And 3 extra systems. Okay. Put 1 of you guys on shields. The other guy on... I guess I could man doors with this guy, can't I? I wonder if my crew will... gain... training when I can't control them. I would assume they will. Oh, I'm trying to move you. Oh, wait! This computer counts as a regular crew that I have to rally to move. Okay, weird. Alright, this is some interesting stuff going on here. The Sweet Slug Start protects me from mind control. It's meant to show that crew operates 2 weapons on your ship while you operate up to 3, is what this is meant to show. Interesting, okay. You forgot to set the computer to be an exception, you're bad. Ah, it's fine, it's no big deal. I don't know what's going to happen with me not being able to control him, but... Okay. It means he's going to run around trying to fight crew, which is not ideal. Oh man, what are these weapons? 2 lasers do 1 damage each. 2 lasers do 1 damage. So it's 2 basic laser artilleries. Wow. Or not basic laser, burst laser artilleries, I guess. Now the question is, will they go back to their rooms after they're done repairing? The answer is not really. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna have you be on weapons, because I want a controllable guy all the time to be my guy on weapons. I don't know what happens when the control wears off and I put them on doors. Apparently they won't auto-man doors. That's kind of weird. They'd rather sit in an artillery than man doors. Uncontrollable crew is always kind of a pain, so this is going to be a weird one. Alright, so one nebula gets me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay. I'm gonna knock on this door. I'm gonna get shield value. The slug won't stay on doors, but will stay on weapons if you put them there. Yeah, so maybe it is better if I put them on weapons, actually. I think you're right about that. That is one long beam, by the way. That is a very, very long beam, giggity. That's what she said. Oh god, they're gonna... Yeah, the guy who's not on engines... Wait, where'd the guy on engines go? He went to repair. This is weird. This is really weird not being able to control my crew. Really weird. Well, good thing our artilleries are good. And our drones are immune to being vented, so that's also good. Steel. Damn. Okay. Two guys going in there who can't repair is not ideal. This guy can repair this though, right? Yeah, there we go. Oh, another thing, job-wise I looked into, because I was talking to my brother over the weekend. His girlfriend mentioned there's something called Spark. Walmart driving app, which is this thing where you can sign up and it's almost like Uber Eats, but instead of picking up people's fruit from McDonald's, you're picking up their groceries and delivering it. So I signed up for that. But the thing is, apparently, that is apparently they can have too many people doing it in an area. So like I tried to sign up for that and it said, your area is full. You cannot sign up at this time. I was like, well, crap. Every new avenue or something different job-wise I try to look into just gets shut down instantly. Be careful doing Spark. Your regular insurance doesn't cover your car. Okay, well, I can't do it right now because of the whole it's too crowded thing. But I would assume that's similar for... That's it. That doesn't make sense to me, though. That your insurance wouldn't cover Spark when I'm pretty sure your insurance would cover when I was doing Uber and Lyft. So I don't know. But thanks for the warning. I might have to take that into account if I actually ever get to do it. Uber, Lyft, etc. isn't covered under regular insurance. Okay, well, then I did that when I wasn't covered, even though I had my insurance. I don't know why. That was a karmic sign of not having anything to do with Walmart. Yeah, when my brother told me about this, like, I don't really want to work for Walmart, but I guess if I worked for Walmart and didn't have to actually go in the store, maybe I would be up for it. I don't know. You have to have the TNC or rideshare coverage on your policy. Okay, I've never heard of that. That sounds new. That sounds like a thing that didn't exist back when I was doing rideshare. Effing cloaking, bro. Good dodge. Yes, go stand in there and do nothing. That's very useful. God, it has two dudes I can't control in there. It's so annoying.
Thanks for subscribing.
So if I ever do Uber Lyft again, it sounds like I would need to get some update to my policy for rideshare, which I didn't know was a thing. And I don't know if that existed back when I was actually doing rideshare as an Uber/Lyft driver. I do not think that existed back when I was actually doing Uber and Lyft. It depends on how long ago I did it. Probably 5 or 6 years. It's been a while. It's been a while since I did Uber and Lyft. What's up, Harold? Thank you for the 42 months of Tier 3 subbage. That is amazing. Gosh, that's almost 4 years, isn't it? Crazy. Crazy awesome. Thank you for all the support, Harold. I really appreciate that. Seems weird to me that they'd have a separate rideshare insurance coverage. What is the rationale behind that? How do they justify that they wouldn't cover you if you're doing rideshare? You're using your car like normal. What's the rationale? Sounds like bullshnizzle just to try to get insurance cover companies to not have to cover certain things, or just to get more money. Sounds pretty BS. Another reason why I really kind of hate insurance companies, because any excuse to not do coverage or to pay out. I don't like insurance very much. Can I train my dudes here? I can. What can I train, though? I think I'd have to do this. Put you on... Shields can't get training. Actually... I don't even know what I'm going to train here. Okay, let me do speed hack on. Okay, am I getting training? Looks like I am, yeah. From an actuarial standpoint, I don't know what that means. Someone doing rideshare will use their vehicle more than someone with a normal daily commute, so it's more exposure for potential loss. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I could see that. I wonder if back in the day before rideshare was a thing, did taxi drivers have to have a different insurance plan? I'm gonna guess maybe they did, for a similar reason. Okay, so let's do that. Command you there, you there, there. Taxi drivers and companies typically would be under a commercial policy. Okay. Alright, it's interesting that every time our shields get ions, the drone appears. This blue shield is pretty cool. I mean, with this moon behind this ship shaped like a moon, pretty cool looking. Like the man in the moon. And the, what is it? Cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little dog ran with the man in the moon. Burp, 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 burp. Gonna be a better now, boy. Gotta be better now. However that song goes. It's a good song. There you go. I gotta do this. Push this button. You go there. You go there. You go there, and that'll be everyone cross-trained, I hope. Yep. Well, good to know. I'm glad you told me that, Bob, because if I end up doing Uber and Lyft, which I'm doing my darndest to not do again, I will have to update my insurance policy, which would suck because where I live requires me to have renter's insurance. So I'd have to have freaking normal liability insurance on your car, whatever the basic one is, and renter's insurance, and I'd have to have whatever rideshare insurance It's more effing money for no benefit. No, it's to protect you. The reason I don't like insurance because it feels like it's just a scam. You're paying money hoping nothing happens. And if anything does happen, the company's whole job is to do everything they can to not pay you money. Like that is to me what insurance feels like, an entire scam to take your money hoping they never have to give you your money back. It's like, I hate it. It's one of the oldest scams in history. It really is. It freaking is. It really is one of the oldest scams in history. Okay, we got a free human that I can't control, alright. But it's there and is useful. I mean, it's useful. The reason I hate insurance is because you're actively punished if you are responsible. If I never get in a car wreck, I'm paying money for no return. If, however, I get in wrecks all the time, then all of a sudden my insurance pays for itself, right? But then you have the thing where your insurance goes up if you're getting wrecks. Like, if I'm a good driver and never get in a wreck, I'm paying money for nothing. That to me is what insurance is, you know? You have had the roof on your house replaced and a car replaced, you still only pay around $100 a month for car and house insurance. Yeah, it's like only, it has to be very specific. You have to like game the system, I feel like, to get a return on investment in your insurance. And I don't know how to game the system because I'm renting all the time. I don't have a roof that I would have to pay to get replaced or whatever, you know? I don't game the system enough to get value out of insurance or something. They love that artillery. The best thing is to keep track and use the rally ability to reallocate your crew during the fight. If they intend to fight borders, they shouldn't, for instance, instead send the AP drone to deal with the boarding. Okay, I'll try to make use of that. Renter's insurance is cheap as hell, though, at least. It's true. I mean, it's only added, what? I don't know, 10 to 20 bucks to my insurance a month, so it could be more expensive. I'm glad it's not more expensive, but I'd rather not have to pay any insurance at all. And what does renter's insurance protect me from? If somebody breaks into my apartment and steals my computer, it covers it? I'm not even sure what renter's insurance does, to be honest. I just know it's required by law where I live. I literally don't know what it does. I think it's to protect for theft. Fire, theft, vandalism, windstorm, etc. Okay. So it would protect if, like, a thunderstorm happened, a tree fell down, and busted the window and soaked my bedroom. It would cover that, I guess. If I start a fire in the apartment, it would cover that? Oh, would it really? Okay. So again, if I was stupid and left my stove on, then it would cover it. I swear, insurance is like, here, humans are stupid. The stupidest people get the most benefit. The people who don't do stupid things, they are paying money for nothing. Funsies. Required by law sounds like crap. There's a lot of stuff like that in the US. You're required to have car insurance, you're required to have renter's insurance in certain areas. I'm sure there's other required by law insurance things too. Subcontinental. Okay. I could get shield training here, but ion intruder drone makes me not want to deal with it. Okay, so here's a good example of me doing this. You don't go there, you don't go there, you go fight that guy. Alright, I think I used that correctly. He's not fighting it. What the hell? Why is that drone not fighting the drone? Confused. I don't know. Okay, let me pause. Well, actually, hold on a second. You move there, and you go fix that. It was shooting at the intruder? Oh, okay. Welcome and join our insurance rant. Yeah, no, there's gonna be people that are like, Rand, you just don't appreciate insurance. And you're right, I don't. I don't appreciate it. I remember when I worked at Music and Arts, we sold instruments and we rented instruments to middle school and high school students. And one of our jobs as salespeople was to convince the people we're renting instruments to that they should get what was called LDW, Limited Damage Waiver, I think is what it's called. Basically, it was insurance for the instrument they were renting from us. $5 a month to cover anything that happened to the instrument. So that was one of our jobs, was to sell that. And I remember specifically this one guy going, he was like the easiest sale I ever had. He's like, oh yes, I think it was an Indian dude. He's like, I believe in insurance. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm going, I don't, but thanks for making this an easy sale. You know? So I was like, okay, well, I'm glad you do. I'm the opposite of you, but at least my sale was easy here. Can you give me free stuff? No free stuff. No, we do have enough for hacking. But also, I'm terrible at handling money, so maybe if I was better at handling money, I would like insurance. I don't know. I feel like the only people who like insurance are the people who sell it, or the people who make a lot of money off of it. Or I don't know, have so much money that they don't know what to do with all their money, so they just get insurance and everything. The GameStop insurance is actually pretty good, believe it or not, on console specifically, especially if you have children. Man, I worked at GameStop and I don't remember the GameStop insurance. What is that? Is that like you pay $5 a month and if your system breaks, they'll replace it or something? I could kind of see that, especially because of what I know about refurbished systems that GameStop had, and that refurbished systems would often break again, so having that insurance probably was pretty good. Hacking and backup battery. I can do both, nice. It's $20 a year for replacement. Okay, that's not bad. What does that turn out to be? 20 divided by 12. Less than $2 a month. Yeah, that's pretty cheap. Is GameStop still around? I thought it went bankrupt. But then did Reddit save it or something? I don't know, I thought GameStop was gone, but maybe it recovered somehow. Because it stonks or something. Okay, hack this guy. I thought, oh man, am I late? I'm late. Okay, these weapons are just slightly too slow. I need to upgrade them. Oh, good dodge though. Okay. Saved by the doges. Saved by the bell, saved by the doge. That kind of incentivizes them to just smash the instrument on a door frame just cause I have a contrarian spirit. If you're playing $5 to not have to pay if you break the shit, you might as well get your money's worth and smash somebody's head with it. Yeah. True, you could do that. Although I will say there's always the fine print in insurance things like this. If it's ever like purposeful damage or it's not like, because it covers like normal wear and tear, it covers like accidental things, but it doesn't cover something like you run over it with your car or something, you know? You always got to read the fine print in insurance things. Because like I said, anytime insurance is a thing, the goal of the insurance companies usually have as much fine print as possible, make them have to pay as little as possible. Hey, what's up, Nishi? GameStop is still around, but they're changing to be a more inclusive game space. Your local GameStop now has table space to play Magic the Gathering Pokemon. That sounds exactly like one of the places I applied for, and I went and looked at it over the weekend, called Collectibles, Cards, and Games. I went to a place that sounds just like what maybe GameStop is becoming. That's cool. You've cut the artillery cost in half compared to what normally is, so most of our artillery upgrades cost will just be power. Okay, that's cool. I do want to do the upgrade on the artillery, which is not something I say very often, that's for sure. Alright, so I could get shield training if I want. You don't move. You do move. And maybe I even do this. Get 2 of them up here. I got plenty of drone parts. Who is THIE Rand this round? Oh, who am I? What have I done with the real Rand? Because I'm Actually want to upgrade artillery. Well, I am the real Rand. I'm just playing a ship that is not a real normal FTL ship. Has a 6-room swipe right there. Nice. Alright, I'll speed up time in this guy's healing. Turn these guys back on. Yeah. Go ahead and prove it was me smashing somebody with it and not somebody's head colliding it without any malicious intent from my side. Yeah, don't worry, I'm not gonna argue, madman. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm just saying. Dealing with a friggin' store manager to convince him that, you know, you should get money for insurance is probably like me having to go to my apartment complex and convincing them you need to cover the tow costs for the towing that you did that I was not liable for. Which still, I don't know if I'm gonna get reimbursed. I sure as hell hope I am, but I don't know for sure yet. I'm hoping it comes off my rent at the end of the month. Is there a normal Rand? Yeah, normal Rand is probably me yelling at missiles. That's probably what normal Rand is. Okay, reactor upgrade. Tell us more of this games collectible place I went to. Do they sell board games? Oh, yeah, I guess you didn't hear, Mr. Shogi, when I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream. So I went there. I didn't get hired. Sucks. But I wanted to go there to, like, see what the place was that I applied for. It's called Collectibles, Cards, and Games. It's like games... Well, my... My impression of it was that it was GameStop for anime, because it was like they have plushies, they have collectibles, they have figurines, they have comic books, they have like Pokemon cards, they have like individual Magic the Gathering cards, are like $200, you know. They had a whole separate room, which is just tables where people could play card games and board games, and yeah, they did have some board games. I think they had more card games like Pokemon and Magic the Gathering than they had board games, but they also had board games and stuff too. But it looked like, you know, kind of nerd paradise. People who love all that kind of stuff. So I'm thinking a lot of people that hang out in my chat would probably have a good time hanging out there. They probably have D&D sessions there. I'm pretty sure I saw people playing Magic the Gathering matches there. All sorts of kind of stuff. Looked pretty fun. I'm lying. I've been replaced by one of the lizard people. Okay, okay. Seems like a pretty cool place. If I was more into the board game side and collectible side, I probably would go there more, but you know, I'm just a PC gamer, so I stay in my man cave playing games all the time. They had a bunch of old school games there too, like they had Atari 2600 games for sale there. It's like even GameStop didn't have those back in the day. Maybe GameStop would now, but there were Atari 2600 games. There were like Japanese versions of games, like individual cartridges and stuff. There's a lot of cool stuff out there that I just didn't know existed. Alright, I'm really low on fuel here. How dare I call the members of chats nerd? How dare I? Sorry about that. Don't worry, I'm including myself in that description of nerdy. But instead of being a card games and collectibles nerd, I am a PC video game nerd. So, it's okay. We're all nerds together here. Don't be offended. I mean it with love. With nerdy love. Sounds like a fun place. You'd go there? Yeah, if I actually had real-life friends, that's probably where I'd go to hang out. But I don't have any real-life friends because I just play video games in my house all day, so I'm going to take 5 fuel. If Shogi ever came out to Texas to hang out, I'd take him there to show him, look at this cool place. I bet there's a lot of cool stuff. My friend Tim would probably love it there. My Tim loves all that nerdy crap. My friend Tim loves all... Because, like, one of the things they had were, like consoles with old arcade games on it. And my friend Tim has literally built an arcade console with old games on it. So it's, like, right up his alley. He has missiles. Let's hack him. You're gonna have to get me into some cool board games you can play on the Tabletop Simulator. Well, you did get me Tabletop Simulator way back in the day. And we played like one game, I think, on it. Damn it, this weapon hack is effing me right now. Don't hit my weapons. Okay, good effing dodge. That's really good. I don't know, the thing is, I was raised on video games And anytime I play a board game, even if it's fun and I'm hanging out with my friends and doing it, the thought in my mind is always, if this were a video game, it'd be so much faster. That's what's in my brain. I'm like, I would already be level 7 by now if I was doing this in a video game format. Like I'm just so trained on the video game version of things that the slower pace of tabletop games always makes it harder for me to get into it. Not that I don't like it, and like my friend Tim has a Marvel card game that we'll sometimes play. That's pretty fun, and I enjoy it. But even then, I'm like, okay, it's 2 hours to do one game. That's so long. I could have gotten, I don't know, a WoW dungeon raid in that time or something. You know, it's like my brain is too much video game training mush to get super into board games, unless I had people in real life that I did it with regularly that I, you know, it got more into the social aspect of just hanging out with your friends to do it. Don't buy the board games there. They didn't hire Rand. They'll never get any money from Shogi unless they hire me. Nice. The moment other people are involved, it gets slower in video games as well. True. You're right about that. You're right about that. Quite true. Alright, they have cloaking? They don't, but they do have mind control. Alright, so we have almost all our systems. We can buy all the fuel. Then there are games like Talisman where the online version still takes 2 to 4 hours. God knows how long it would take on a tabletop version, huh? I'm not familiar with that game, but I assume it's a very slow board game. Or a slow video game that would be crazy slow as a board game. Or did I say that right? A slow video game that would be really slow as a board game. Something like that. But I would probably enjoy board games now more than I did back when I was younger and tried them because, you know, I've done some D&D with Shogi and some friends that we did the stream with too, and that was a good time. It always just for some reason feels so slow to me anytime I do a board game or a D&D session. It's just because I guess I'm just too much of a gamer introvert to appreciate this slower pace of board games and stuff like that. But the more I, you know, played games with Shogi on his stream, do tabletop RPG sessions and stuff, the more I've appreciated it. I just, again, it's not something I do regularly because I don't have IRL friends that I do that on the regular like most people do who are really into that. You played through Factorial Space Exploration Mod alone and with friends. Alone, it took you 600 hours to finish proper. With friends, it took 800 hours, and you didn't even finish. Despite splitting the workloads by traveling each to their own planet and do stuff faster. Yeah. I guess probably one of the big reasons is, like, to me, what I've done the most that's comparable to, like, playing a D&D session or playing a board game would be playing an MMO. And that's, I am like, even though I don't play MMOs super regularly anymore because there just hasn't been a good one out in so long, that's still like my brain set and preferred pace is MMO speed, leveling, grouping, questing, etc., 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 whatever else you want to call it. That's just my like default speed of gaming, I guess, is the MMO speed of leveling and grouping and doing stuff. Damn, no dodges for me. Right. You go repair. Too much time wasted arguing about builds, faffing around, flexing on each other, and trying to shoot each other with delivery railgun cannons. Is that how your Factorio playthrough went? Nice. Refuel? Nah. It's also hell distracting over Discord chat. Yeah, but then, you know, it's the fun of hanging out with your friends and playing, so it's, you know, it's good, too. It's just, you know, if you're a... I guess if you play too many video games, so many video games, your entire goal is how efficient can you be? And especially in a game like Factorio, where efficiency is king, anything that reduces efficiency makes you think, I am not playing this game to max, you know, min-max levels of peak efficiency. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay. You just finished 91 of 180 Munch Train 2, and you think Madame Lion's Mane may be your favorite champ in the game now. Really? Are you doing like the incant version of her, or is there a specific version of her, or just all versions of her? Because I do remember having a really good run with her at some point. I don't remember exactly when, but she does seem pretty awesome. Six fuel, I gotta take it. All versions seem really strong of her. Nice. That's cool. Well, congrats on 96 of 180. You are, or 91 of 180. You're officially over halfway there. You are ahead of me, that's for sure. Do I have anything to sell to get Cloaking? Almost. Actually, I'd probably sell my augments to get it. Sells for 25. I could sell the B missile and get it. Your Factorio playthrough was fun with friends, but it was definitely nowhere near efficient. Sounds about right. That's a flak. Okay. Well, no Cloaking, but I'll buy that. How much do the 15? Alright, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do a couple of artillery upgrades. Make it, I think, time out better with our lance. I'm really far from Cloaking now. Drone optimizer, you'd not recommend selling because you won't be able to control your drones. Yeah. Alright, now I have exactly 0 scrap, so I'm very far from Cloaking now. Spent all my scrap on a flak and artillery upgrades, strangely enough. I think I need level 2 heal bearer clone bay for that, which I don't have either. So, Shogi, if you were trying to get somebody into a board game, what game would you play with them? Because I feel like we did play one board game on Board Game Simulator, and I don't remember what it was. What's your anybody in chat? What's your go-to? I want my friend to enjoy a new enjoy board games. What game do you go to? Just done aiming, bro. Nice. Okay, I do need one more power if I can. Alright, now we're gonna save up for Cloaking again. Because I've heard a lot of board games, because my friend Doreen and her husband Zach play a lot of games. There's something called like Settlers of Calgur. Is that a board game? I know there's a lot of like sci-fi, Star Trek, and Star Wars board games. I have a friend on Facebook who's always posting the latest board game her and her husband are playing. Black Angel was a fun one. Okay. Settlers of Catan. Oh, maybe that's what I said Settlers of Calgur. Maybe Settlers of Catan is actually what it is, and I got them mixed up. This missile's hitting, and I'm not going to stop it in time. Dodge. Beautiful dodge. You should be in there. You should be in there. Settlers of Catan makes me think of Chris Kattan, the actor from Saturday Night Live and Night of the Roxbury with Will Ferrell.
Thanks for subscribing to the channel.
What's up, HDD? Thank you for the 43 months of subbage. Appreciate that. There's a few gateway games for new player introductions, like Ticket to Ride, Catan, Dixit, Dice Throne, or Unmatched. Okay. And what do you mean by gateway introductions? Are they like shorter session games, so they easier to get into, not as long sessions or something? Ticket to Ride is a good one. Sounds like a friggin' movie or something. I got a fever. I got a ticket to ride. And the only prescription is playing more video games. That's okay. That timing is only good for the first volley, it looks like. It's a very, they're all very easy to learn games that are not medium to heavyweight games that normally are more complicated. Okay. And these artilleries are probably going to be very good once we get them fully upgraded. Like, shield suppressing type level of artilleries. Or maybe, no, Ticket to Ride actually sounds like a friggin' Rolling Stones song. I got a ticket to ride. Like Highway to Hell type of song is what it sounds like. Or maybe like the arcade version of a Rolling Stones or Aerosmith video game is what Ticket to Ride sounds like. Damn. Not nearly enough for cloaking yet. Or like, does anybody remember the Michael Jackson arcade game? Good times, way back in the day. Michael Jackson arcade game. I can see that, called Ticket to Ride. Forever ago, when you first started getting into board games, you were introduced to Catan, whatever. And the second game you were introduced to was Arkham Horror, and that was a mistake. Most party games work well too. Nice. Moonwalker, yeah, that was the name of that Michael Jackson game. Moonwalker, that's right. That was a big jumping complexity from one game to the other, Shogi says. I'll take y'all's word for it. I really should upgrade my weapons, but I'm trying to save it for cloaking here. Don't I have... Oh, I never moved this guy back to shields. Oops. Because I can't save his position. I should have hacked his weapons already. I think I get there in time, though, for the missile to not fire. Good. The dude had a whole tackle box just for pieces of the Arkham game. Is that Arkham like Arkham Asylum, like a Batman type game, or what? You have 120 board games, Shogi says. Whew! 120 board games. That is a collection right there. No, Arkham is more like Cthulhu mythos. Okay, okay. Aren't there a lot of Cthulhu mythos type board games? That seems like probably a popular setting for board games, I would guess. Okay, maybe these artilleries aren't as good as I thought without more upgrades here. Okay, Ion is down, that's good. Lovecraft is a very popular theme, yeah. God damn it. I got really screwed by the pop-up there. That shot went off in time, I think. Well, the mind control would have gone off in time. The shot, maybe not so much. I'm being very greedy and not hacking here. Probably should have hacked. Okay, we're good. Terraforming Mars is fun too, kind of like a light on initial setup. It's a solid game, nice. Okay. If anything to sell, yes, I still have the B missile to sell for cloaking. So if no cloaking here, I will get a weapon upgrade. There it is. Alright, now we got our systems done. Now I can actually finally save up for the 60 plus power I need for a weapon upgrade. Terraforming Mars sounds like a fun game. That sounds like Planet Crafter or any of those other games. I saw another Planet Crafter-like game my friend Tim told me about. It's supposed to be good. Oh, what was it called? I forget what it was called, but it had more automation in it. It was like Planet Crafter. I think it maybe had voxel, like mining into the world, and had a little more automation in the game. Now you want to play Dominion, talking about these board games? Nice. I think I am gonna hack shields here for the second volley, maybe. Oh, that cloaking image is awesome! Holy crap, I didn't even notice that. Is that the first time we saw that? Holy shnikes, that looks badass. Okay, let me wait on this, but... Nope, just in time. Cloak hacking cycle. Already aimed, damn, but stop my charging, that sucks. But yeah, Shogi, I know you enjoyed Planet Crafter. I feel like I need to figure out what that game was.
No,
because you would probably, because I kind of wanted to check it out too, and I forget the name of it. It's like, does anybody know another game that's very much like Planet Crafter that's come out or been in early access recently? Because I can't think of what it is, but my friend Tim told me about it. He was playing it. I'm pretty sure it's another early access because so many of these games are. How many jumps do we have? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I mean, I could hit the store, not be able to do anything with 19 scrap unless I want to sell Pike Beam, which I guess I can. Okay. It's probably some other generic title like Planet Builder or something. Eden Crafters? It might be that. It might be that. Did you just do a Steam or Google search? It could be that. I'll have to ask my friend Tim the title of it. Because it looked cool when he showed it to me. I'm gonna not hack here, I think. This should kill him, I think. Artillery, the artillery already went, damn it. Didn't kill him. Google search looks to have some automation in Eden Crafters. It might be that. Might be that. Has conveyors and storage, yeah. Yeah, that sounds like that could be what it is. Let me actually Google search myself real quick and take a look at what that looks like. Eden Crafter survival game. Yeah, it could be that. Pretty highly rated. 20 bucks. Early access. Yeah, I think it might be this. It looks like Satisfactory and Planet Crafter had a baby. Looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. Alright. Another game to put on the list to check out. Yeah, Satisfactory and Planet Crafter together. What's everyone's favorite board game? Ooh, that's a good question. Too bad Pie Boy's not here. I bet he's got some input on that, although he might just say D&D. Although, Can you count D&D as a board game? I don't know if that counts. Man, that is a really cool cloaking image. How did you do that? It looks like a mirror or something. That's super cool. One of the cooler cloaking image I feel like you've created lately, RPG. Well done on that. Do you consider D&D for the sake of the question? Your choice would be D&D, Madman? Yeah. You haven't played any other board games in ages? Yeah. Yeah, I don't feel like I have a good answer for that either. Since I don't play board games very often at all. Alright, so I got the weapon online. I need power. I want to get third shield soon. You worked on a glassy effect in GIMP. It looks really good. Yeah, it looks like... Yeah, it looks like you have like frosted glass, or that glass that's got little square distortions in it. So when you look into it, everything's kind of like distorted and got these square refractions in it. It looks really cool. It does look really cool. Well done on that. I like it a lot. You were playing board games yesterday? Nietzsche's favorite, Roll for the Galaxy, one of your favorites. Short and sweet with a fair amount of replayability. Well, Shogi, you asked the question, do you have a favorite? I mean, I feel like that might be a little bit like asking what's your favorite video game to somebody who plays non-stop games. That's like, what genre? Of course you do. Alright, what is it? Probably gonna hack his weapons here. Okay. Speed up healing. Weapons used for artillery are dual lasers. Nice, nice. If I want to upgrade those again, but before I do that, I'm gonna go for shield level 3, I think. They have a 5-second cooldown each on level 4. 5-second cooldown. Cool. After I get third shield, I'll probably work on upgrading that then. Get 2 artilleries. This ship is really cool looking. Just this moon, crescent moon shape is very interesting. Half power. I better hack his weapons. Damn it, I don't have enough. Okay, there's only one dude there. Okay, and that pulls the pilot, that's good. Our guy's winning because of heal bait. The hell? Oh, I can't control him. If I turn on the heal bait, will we run a heal bait? That's weird. This uncontrollable crew makes for some very strange interactions. I have to tell him to go to heal bait or else he won't heal. Weird. Very weird. Yes, it is very weird. And then he left before he fully healed. Alright, well, I'll just speed up. So he'll passively heal from the heal bay upgrade in RPG's mod. Right, 6 more scrap we can upgrade our something. Our shields, level 3. There's a hidden effect on your crew that makes them run away from borders once their HP is below 50%, you think? At least even with turned off heal bay, they won't fight to death. Yeah. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Timing looked good on level 2 lasers. Level 2 dual laser thing with that flak. So, I've been wanting to ask Madman. Madman, with all the new information we have and patch notes about Path of Exile 2, do you have a build that you're planning on doing for Path of Exile 2's next season? Because I've been thinking about what I want to play. I want to do a crossbow, rapid fire, lightning damage build is what I want to try. Swap out from. I do want to try. They added They added a turret that will shoot your grenades for you, so you don't have to manually do it anymore. I want to use that, and maybe like try some lightning damage, fast firing crossbow build. Normally, AI controlled crew moves when they're below 30. You added a status that made it below 50%, huh? Okay, cool. Beautiful. I'll control this guy. The only new thing is the Huntress. Kind of don't really dig that. It relies on parries too much. You'll probably be doing either a witch with physical minions or a shotgun merc. Okay, nice. Yeah, shotgun mercenary might be on similar to what I want to do. I was trying to figure out Path of Exile 2, they changed their cast on things to like it's no longer cast on freeze, cast on shock, and cast on ignite. It's just cast on status effect. So I wonder if you could have 3 different triggers of ignite, shock, and freeze synergy, and have one item or one spell that goes off all the time because you're just triggering it with all the different status effects. That sounds really cool. I might want to try to build something like that because that sounds like that could be fun. What do we got here? Heal bay hack. Okay. Last time all the meta was for Witch was all about arsonist minions. You don't want to follow the meta, yeah. I know that feel of not want to do what everybody's doing meta-wise. I just hope I'm able to just play enough of it with this next patch to actually make some progress and not get like, you know. Honestly, Path of Exile 2, I liked the slower pace, but it felt like it was harder to gain power in the first iteration of it, and it seems like they've made changes to where hopefully you can gain power faster and fall behind less frequently. Still think it's way too slow. Well, they added the sprint to make it so that you can run around the long levels faster. I'm wondering how much of a difference that'll make. And they've added some in-between, acts, intra-acts or whatever. So I'm hoping it'll make it more interesting, the leveling up process. Hull repair. I have to sell something to get hull repair. Do I want to sell defense drone to get hull repair? Yeah, let's do it. I don't have drone recovery arm, but go with that. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay. You can blitz first game to maps in like 4 hours to make another character. This one is just not feasible. Yeah, and I know you don't like that, and a lot of other people don't like it. I'm still unsure if I like it or not because I usually don't stick with it long enough to decide if I like it because I get either burned out or don't enjoy the difficulty spike that my build gets wrecked by. So I don't know. I'm hoping I'm hoping the adjustments they've made will make it so that I don't feel so weak. I felt really weak in the first version of the game. Or like I got outscaled by enemies too fast. Okay, let him heal. Hopefully, hope it's gonna be less monotonous with sprinting. Yeah, you hope they didn't nerf. You hope they did nerf the spongy as heck mobs. Oh yeah, where they have so much health they take forever to kill. Yeah. Well, one thing they did say in their let's see, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In their like preview trailer where they talked about stuff, is it feels like they said in general. I feel like it said something like they made enemies can be status effect longer and easier now. So you could like freeze enemies easier. I don't remember what else they said, but there was a bunch of stuff like that that was, I think, supposedly changed and added and stuff. Very awkward to control our dudes here. Okay. Okay, there we go. And yeah, damn, okay. I have to wait for that cooldown to be able to move them again, okay. They did make enemies and bosses more vulnerable to status effects, so you can more easily use CC on them, which I'm hoping means you'll be able to combo better and easier. So you can get builds that are like freeze into big damage. That'll be more viable and maybe make you have a higher power level kind of thing. So that's kind of why I want to try the status effect, cast on status effect thing, because if, and oh, I didn't turn my heal bay on, damn it. I just turned the speed up, passive healing. That's part of the reason why I'm hoping that will make it feel like you're more powerful with some of those changes. Doesn't solve the soul killing issue. That's the whole point, to have enough time to hit the enemy with another skill of yours, yeah. Anyway, we'll see if it's good. It's what? Do you know when the release date is on that, man? It's like, so like in a couple weeks or something? I feel like it's pretty soon. 29th of August. Okay, so 4 days away. Not bad, not bad. Pretty soon. Soon at TM. Trying to line these back up here. Okay. Alright, what do we got here? 2 more jumps, 2 more sectors before the final sector. Okay. Attack the irate pirate. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if the things that you're talking about wanting will be there, though, like the... I think they still want the game to be slower than PoE 1, so I don't know if it's gonna be... I don't think it's ever gonna be as fast as PoE 1 like you and a lot of other people want it to be. Because it just doesn't seem like they're doing that. But who knows? Well, we'll find out. We'll find out, I guess. Alright, heal, sir. Okay. Because I like the idea of the combo-based thing. It sounds like you maybe don't like the idea so much of having to set up and then pay off. You just want to blast through things quickly like PoE 1. One positive thing is that asynchronous item trade is making it into PoE 1 for sure. Asynchronous item trade. Oh, you don't have to. You don't have to have somebody be online to trade stuff with them. That's nice. That does sound really nice. Yeah, it sounds like trade is something that they're adding to PoE 2 this with this patch too. I'm interested what trading will look like. Lorchin, thank you for 64 months in a row, my friend. That's awesome. Hope you're having a great day, my friend. 64 months, man. How many years is that? 6 years or something? It's a lot of years. A lot of months. These timings are not ideal. Our dodges are good though, so that's nice. Blasted. Okay. Alright, I'm hoping for a store with what? Fuel, I guess? Could use some fuel. Is that all? Another weapon would be nice. We'll get a halberd beam to go with this flak and lance and hacking. Could be good. Or another flak one is always nice. Kill your friends. So annoying. This robot that can't even attack is gonna go sit on that guy and do nothing. Yes, go sit on that guy and do nothing, please. That's so useful. There we go. Is this ship inspired by the Kevin Sorbo sci-fi vehicle Andromeda? I don't think so, Amafortas. Hey, Mr. Keys, what's up, sir? No, this is, I don't know, actually. I think RPG Nerdos just used ChatGPT to say, create me a ship. I don't actually know what RPG Nerdos prompts are for the AI-generated images. I don't know if RPG said, make me a ship that looks like a moon. That's what I would think this one would be, but... All right, good, Mr. Keys, you are here, so we will play your was it the updated Type H DLC mod that we're playing today? Is that right? Was it into the FTL? You have to remind me which one it was that you updated. I think it was the Type H DLC one. Power. Piloting 02. It was into the FTL. Okay, okay, nice. We're making good time on this one, so we'll be able to get yours in, no problem. That's good. How many jumps do we have? At least 11. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah, okay. Welcome to the salt mines. The ship progress was slow without your involvement. Oh, the shipment, the mining of salt without him, yes, causing more saltiness. So we'll probably get our salt in the next ship. Oh, I only have 3 fuel, so okay, well, we have 2 stores at least. I hope they have more than 3 fuel in these 2 stores. 5 fuel, pretty good. Fire beam. Sure, I haven't been a fire beam run in a while. Let's crew go with some fire beamage on the boss fight. Attack the Slaver scum. Wow, that timing is screwed up because I didn't have my drones on the thing. Damn it. Please tell me I didn't screw this up too. Okay. Alright, now these lasers are actually slightly too fast, actually. To line up with my lance beam. Timing is not ideal. Free human. Thanks for making that the easiest decision of my life. Yeah, I'm gonna keep not mind controlling in time too. Wow, 0 dodges for me. Damn it, I really wish you could make it so that the controllable... that the robots weren't the ones that would move around. That's... because this guy's gonna go stand in this room and do nothing, and the game thinks that it's repairing that system. It's really annoying. Okay. You're not doing anything, dude. Why? Stop pretending like you're actually helping. You're not helping. Okay. Combat drone. It's supposed to be controllable too. You just forgot to give it the exception. Oh, that's the thing. Okay, so it should be controlled like this one is. Okay, so it'd be working right if that was different. Gotcha. Oh well. Well, hopefully that'll be something updated if other people play this ship later on. That's a good deal. Because that's... the ship is cool. I like it a lot. I think that's the most annoying thing, is that this robot keeps doing... just moving and getting in the way and doing nothing. When it thinks it's helping fight crew or repair systems, or... holy crap, am I gonna get 2 pre-igniter runs in a row? Holy crap, we are. Okay, now that's pretty awesome. 2 pre-igniter runs in a row, baby. Yes, please. Oh, wait, I could have done this in a different order, I think. Oh, well. I didn't buy fuel at that store, did I? I only have 4 fuel, so I really can't anyway. What's crap? Lionmouth Door Knocker. What a name. Thank you for the raid and welcome raiders. Chase them. Wow, that is an amazing name, by the way. Wahoo raid. Welcome raiders. And Lionmouth Door Knocker. Is that like a Harry Potter reference or something? Feels like a fantasy book reference to something. Or like the Labyrinth or something like that. How did your stream go? Were you playing some FTL shenanigans as well? Okay, we're venting this guy. Excuse me while I vent this guy. Yes, we're playing FTL with ships created by viewers, so we have a really cool, crazy ship here created by RPG Nerdos in chat here. Reference to a poem. Ah. You were playing FTL, but then you switched to other games? Well, cool. I hope you had a good stream, and I really appreciate the raid. Alright, let's see here. You're too impatient for FTL? Yeah. It can be a slow game. Depending on what your goals are. Investigate. Slug crew. Free NG, okay. You are shield trained. I wonder if I move this guy, will you move there? No. Oh, you will? I don't know if you'll actually stay there, though. Okay, I'll go put you on doors and we'll try this out. The problem is anytime something gets broken, the NG is going to move, and then... I mean, it will be an NG repairing. I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to buy all the fuel because I forgot to do that earlier. That was my bad. That was my bad. A little waste of fuel, but it's fine. Your name is from a poem called Lionmouth Door Knocker by K. Tempest. Okay. Wow. Evacuated civilian or evacuated civilian? What choices? Much wow. I guess we'll go here. I don't think I've heard of that poem, but I'm not a big poetry guy. I'm a big sci-fi fantasy novel enthusiast. I'm trying to use the word nerd less because I think some people get offended if you say, "Are you a this nerd?" People are like, don't call me a nerd. I don't know. Maybe people don't, but I feel like I had a conversation online with somebody who's like, oh, I'm a fantasy nerd. What kind of nerd are you? I was like, I'm not a nerd. I'm like, oh, well, okay. Apparently, some people don't like that term. So, enthusiast. Enthusiast is the word I'm going to try to use. Come on, we all know it's absolute nerd lair here. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. I think it was a girl on one of the dating websites I was on, and she was probably just had a different, what you would call it, personality or something. They just didn't like that term or something. Okay, well, we'll just do this so we're safe. You've been reading Exhalation by Ted Chiang. You're a proud nerd. Nice. Be a nerd, shout it loud, shout it proud. Okay, just shoot to get Sultan shields down. Did not quite work. Darn. I don't know if this timing is going to work out great. Oh, we have Cloaking up for the missile. Actually, remember my control. We have 0 dodges. Literally 0 dodges, even at 85% chance of dodge. Alright, now this NG is gonna go repair stuff. Okay. I hope the NG is gonna go repair stuff. Nope, you're going to stand in this room like a dumbass. Great. Okay. Okay. You just read the poem. It's a cool poem. Nice. Cool. I guess it's easy to find if you just Googled it and found it real fast. I should have bought fuel at that store again. Keep forgetting to buy fuel. Give us a TLDR of the poem. What's the TLDR of the poem? Wanna go Clone Bay? Then we'll go Clone Bay, I guess. A repair mantis, let's go. Alright, so I want weapon upgrade, I want hacking 3. Hack 3 first. Mechanics question. What determines the damage a beam does to Zoltan's shields? I believe the answer to that is the base damage of the beam. Because I think all beam weapons in FTL do damage to Zoltan shields in 2 or 3 ticks, and the amount of damage you do to it is based on the damage of the beam. So I think it's 2 ticks. So Pike Beam and Mini Beam both do 2 ticks of 1 damage, I think. Halberd Beam does 2 ticks of 2 damage, I think. And Glaive Beam does 2 ticks of 3 damage, I think. Could be wrong about that, though. Maybe it's 3 ticks of each of those. I don't know. Where's my Copley when you have questions like this? Beam 1 drone only does 1 tick of damage because the beam is too short. Most other beams will do their damage twice. Okay. So it's length and damage, apparently. Okay. So I was slightly off. Okay, I'll read your TLDR in just a second here. Okay. A lot of dodges, dude. Nice, time to perfect. Beautiful. Alright, one more voltage to get him. I think. Always got double bombs now. Ion bomb, no thanks. Got it. Alright, it's a comment on social class and an introduction to the collection that follows. Of the 7 people, the collection of poems follow. The main takeaway is that houses in impoverished and affluent areas both have lion-mouthed door knockers, aka we have things in common through history. Cool. Very cool. Thank you for the TLDR. Did I just get a map? We just got a map. That's pretty nice. Okay, engine and weapon. Power. Beams can never do 0 damage as ult and shield. They are hard-coded to at least do 1 damage per tick. There you go. So like fire beam and anti-bio beam. Damn, I was slow on this here. I take this deal? Nah. Good dodge. Ooh, I thought I was not going to dodge that. And past Rand had nothing to say about the dodges, apparently. Usually he'd say something like, I don't know, dodge just enough to do 0 effing damage. And actually, I just got really lucky that we dodged the heavy laser that was or that hit one of my dudes. I didn't have my shields back up. That was slightly mismicroed there. Slight mismicro. Okay. Beep boop beep boop beep. Well, I pre-ignited fire beam, which does nothing. And he's running away with insane weapons, you piece of crap, auto scout. Thanks for being a piece of crap, you piece of crap. Man, pre-igniter doesn't actually work that well unless I get these lasers to shoot way faster than they currently do. Reset piloting. Nice, okay. At least he can't run. We are going to take missile damage. We have hull repair drone, which I haven't used yet.
How did you dodge everything?
Hey, nice. We did get a dodge out. Would past round say something like, oh my, what a fortuitous sidestep of that projectile. Yeah, something just like that. Totally wouldn't be something like, these effing mother effers need to effing get off my effing lawn. It totally wouldn't be that. Oh damn, they swapped places. Let's see here. What was my next upgrade? I can't remember. I was gonna, yeah. One of these things upgrade the artilleries together, actually. This is my last sector, so I can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As long as I get 1 fuel, we're good. Empty jumps are empty, though. Please don't all be empty. You're right to include an F, but not the right F. That is correct. Fortuitous. Was close. Close. I remember in high school, I think I've talked about this before on the stream. There was a thing where, like, some other high school students were like, I learned what FUCK stands for. It's fornication under consent of the king, or something. I don't know if that's true or just made up bullshenanigans to try to be high schoolers saying they're allowed to say the F word or something. But, yeah, it's kind of like that. Fornication, you know, it's close to what you're talking about, you know. Or what I would say when I get mad at missiles. You should not be on weapons, sir. Let's move you. Move you. There. No, we need to hack their shields. Holy crap, this guy's got effectively 5 shields, this guy has. There you go, your favorite. Madman, your favorite of my made up stupid words. No misses for you, nice. Do. Blasted. Can I get some fuel? Alright, we got 1 fuel. That gives us just enough to get to Sector 8, so we're good. So upgrade power. Okay. Okay, attack the ship. Hack the shields. Did this missile just fire? No, it's just heavy laser. 4 fuel. Don't need that now. We got enough fuel to get to the final sector.
Wow, big surprise. He dodged just enough for me to do 0 fucking damage.
There you go, Pass Rand. Let everybody know how you feel. Let everybody know. Yeah. A little bit more to start getting my value points and power maxed out, or to where I want it to be. I don't know if I'm gonna get any elitization this run. This run feels less full of scrap than my previous run. Less scrap filled. A less scrapalicious run, you might say. Who would say that? I don't know. Nobody I know would say such a goofy thing. That's not going to be timed right. GG. Okay. Power for days, cloak value. Oh, that was not cloak value. I just got maxed out on this artillery. Okay, well I also kind of want that, I guess. I wonder if desyncing them is good or not. I wonder if that would suppress the shields more if they're desynced, actually. Missile mod, how you love it. Mm-hmm. I don't think them being desynced is actually going to be any good. Let's hack their shields. I do like how this beam reaches across and hits the entire ship, though. That's nice. Blocking with his face. It's much better to have them time out together, you think? Yeah, probably is. How much for the last one? 40? Alright, we have maxed double artillery. Not something we do very often on this stream, that's for sure. First of all, you don't really have artillery, double artillery available in FTL normally. Second of all, I hate artillery, so... I have not upgraded our drone control, though. No, we're not going to Abyssal Land, whatever Abyssal Land is that I don't remember. I have hull repair that I haven't used. Be maybe useful on the boss if we take any damage, potentially. Didn't get the jump anywhere advanced FTL navigation augment, sadly. Let's just tag his weapons. You have a missile, and I don't want to deal with your missile. Okay, I actually don't want you to go in that room, because if you go in that room, you're going to screw me over, so... Alright, speed hack our way to healing. The F-bomb can be traced back to the 15th century in written form. Apart from Carlin's routine on the many grammatical uses of the term, your favorite piece of trivia about it is this. The oldest known occurrence of the word in adjectival form, which implies use of the verb in English, comes from the margins of a 1528 manuscript copy of Cicero de Officiis. A monk had scrawled in the margin notes, effing abbot. That's funny. Even back in 1528, they're like, F this dude, man. F this effer. It's pretty funny. I didn't know the word was that old. Cool. Today I learned. And if I say effing Abbott, I'm saying something older than, like, I don't know, probably a bunch of other English words that weren't around at the same time back then or something. I don't know. The F word is an OG word. Dang it, this guy's taking place of... He thinks he's manning doors right here, doesn't he? Okay, let me move some guys around here. There we go. Wish saving did something. Alright, 119 scrap. If I get there before the boss, we can elite ties, and I don't think I have the ability to elite ties anything for once, which is kind of crazy. I think this might be the first non-elitization run on an RPG Nerdo ship I've had in a while. Kind of crazy. We must not have made a ton of scrap this run. It's probably even much, much older than that. It probably circulated in the spoken tradition, so we don't have records. I could elitize Cloaking. Could I have done that? Maybe I would have had enough. Oh well. It's fine. I don't have the power, even if I could elitize things, so... Yeah, we're actually kind of behind in upgrades this run. I don't know why I'm so far behind. Was it because of the scrap I spent on the artillery upgrades? Or did I just not get that much scrap this run? It might be a combination of both. Yeah, resupply option's very nice. I actually preferred that. If I don't have the scrap to do the other stuff, I'd rather just get more scrap. Or not the scrap, but the systems to do the upgrades. Might as well just do that. That is one long beam. Could you give me a goddamn break? Oh good, we didn't even get hit with our hacking, piloting hack. That's good. Alright, now I think I need to turn these guys down if I actually want some fire beam crew kills here. Triple hit, not ideal. Not surprising, considering our piloting hack. We have hull repair, so we take some damage. It's not the end of the world here. Even if I will be sad. Artillery killed him. Artillery was helping. Oh well, no more crew kills, it's fine. Get our hull repair actually used. You go beyond doors. I can't move you because you're not powered. Very good. I probably spent a lot of scrap on power. Yeah, probably, and I still feel like I don't have enough. You need power, McFly! Let's get mind control value, I guess. You can't take your hoverboard over water! That's totally not what that guy sounds like, but you know. Is anybody on shields? Yes, a guy with no training is on shields. Let's fix that. Because this NG has training on shields there. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. Greedy Rand. I'm so greedy. I actually want to power all my systems. How greedy of me. Who would even play so greedy? Okay. You stupid robot, you're not doing anything, so stop running there. I told you to not go there. Did I not press this button? I'm telling him to not go there and he won't listen to me. I'm so frustrated by this robot. Now... Oh, I did it and it's just not working. Okay, what the F ever, I'll move that guy. Yeah, I will say the one bug for this run is the robot not having correct flagging of control. Pretty annoying. It's whatever though, it's fine. Nice, missiles are down. Get wrecked. The Billy wasn't charged yet? Oh, I thought it was insta-charged when we jumped from jump to jump. I guess it doesn't work that way. Okay. So apparently the robot ability has to be charged by time, not by jumping. Didn't know it worked that way. Okay, one more power. Or sensor value. Let's go sensor value because why the hell not? Must have been active while jumping, which prevented it from recharging via jumps. It has a duration of 10 seconds. Okay, it's probably that. Yeah, my control's fine. Boarding me. Command. Command does not let me control you, huh? I know Cloaking.
I fucking hate this game. Why do you play it, Past Red? Please quit. Just quit. Live your life. You don't need this negativity, Past Red. I'm sick of hearing it. Get out. Get out.
Alright, good job, Past Rand. Good job. It's so meta to hear Past Rand talking about Past Rand. So meta. All my uncontrollable crew are just doing crap that I don't know what they're doing, man. I guess I could stop the mind control now that it really matters. Alright. Is that GG? That's GG! I'll turn on a hull repair to pretend like we didn't take any damage. Past Rand should work as a voice actor. The Caretaker, aka the Protector Cruiser, another crazy ship from RPG Nerdos where everything was topsy-turvy. We could only control drones without using a special ability to control our non-drone crew. Alright. Alright, let's check that score. That feels like a pretty low score, or I just spent too much scrap on power. It was over 6k, so it wasn't as low scrap as I thought. It's definitely not as high as the last run where we were fully upgrading tons of stuff and got a elite tie system, but we definitely have time for one last run. Before we do that, GG cookie time. Y'all feel free to grab a drink, grab a snack, sandwich, stretch, use the restroom. Thank you for the 1,000 bits, Lunar Embers. I appreciate that. When we come back, we're going to play an updated version of Into the FTL, I think it is, from Mr. Keith. So y'all enjoy the little break, and when we come back, that's what we'll do. See you in just a bit, my friends. Y'all rock.